What's up, ladies? Welcome back to the channel. Sarah here, the accidental handmade bath and body product business owner. Today we are kicking 2022 off way strong with my handmade soap marketing plan. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so super quick, I added this because I really missed having like more than just a solid colored background, and it's kind of distracting me, and I don't really know how I feel about it. Can you guys let me know, like, should I keep it or should it go? Like, does it work or no? I don't know. Okay, now today we are focusing and dedicating this video specifically to Q1 of 2022, which is January, February, and March. And the reason I wanted this to be dedicated to just Q1 is because historically retail sales really plummet in that first quarter. And if this is your first time going through like the winter lull in sales, you might feel super discouraged. So hopefully you can take some of these strategies that I talk about today and apply them to your business. Of course, these will be specific and I'll give you like more details on my business, but feel free, of course, to apply them to your business in whatever way you see fit. All right, first thing I need to do in Q1 of 2022 to really get my marketing going strong is to make sure that my brand presence is consistent throughout everything. And by that, I mean my entire aesthetic, from website to social media to physical product to the way a package is shipped to a customer. All of those things need to be cohesive and work together. I'm not going to go too much into like brand colors and brand boards and those kinds of things, because I feel like at this point in my journey, I am good there. I really love the fonts and the colors and my whole brand aesthetic. But what I really need to nail down, and the piece that I really need to work on, is my packaging. I go back and forth on my packaging. I can't ever decide which one I like more. I see one thing that I've made and it looks awesome, and then I see a second thing that I made and it looks similarly awesome, but like in a different way. And I just really am so up in the air. I need to make an actual decision. And I think part of it is there are so many awesome options out there that it's just really hard to figure out what exactly you want. So that's part of my marketing plan, to solidify my brand packaging and fit it into and make it a part of my aesthetic. Not only will nailing down my packaging kind of help with my like brand look, but it will also really help me figure out what's working and what's not as far as shipping goes. Now, this will be a little bit easier for me now that I've been in business and have some sales under my belt, because, you know, when you first start out and are shipping products, you don't always know like how the packaging that you have chosen will like stand up against, you know, USPS or FedEx or whatever it is that you're shipping through. Sometimes you just really have to go through it before you figure out the best way to go about it. You know, unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, I shipped a large order and some of the bath bombs broke. And you know, that was one of the first orders that I shipped that had multiple bath bombs in it. And now I know that I need to level up my packaging for bath bombs to prevent them from breaking. And unfortunately, a lot of times these are just things that you don't know until you go through it and know yourself. Now, something that I have covered in my mistakes videos is casting a net that is too wide and not deep enough. So in Q2, my marketing is going to be super strong on my existing product categories, and I'm going to stop adding new categories during this time. I really need to be focused on developing and refining those products that I already offer, versus spending my budget developing new products. So currently I offer massaging soap bars, bath bombs, sugar scrubs, like whipped sugar scrubs, and emulsified sugar scrubs. Oh, and also bath salts. So I'm going to take a really hard look at those things, work on my product copy, add more details to my website, talk about them more on social media. Basically, just all of those necessary pieces that go from someone knowing nothing about my business to wanting to purchase from my business. Step number 3, find and just talk the crap out of my unique selling perspective. You may have heard this before, but just in case you haven't, your unique selling perspective is basically what you think of or what comes to mind when someone says, well, why would I buy your product when I could just go to Target and get a 6-pack of bar soap for $5? You know, what makes your product so special? Why is it important to me? What can it do for me? That's a big one there. Like, what is your product going to actually do for me? Once you find out what your unique selling perspective is, you're able to separate yourself and level yourself up from others. There are plenty of handmade soap makers online, but if you notice, they each have their own thing going for them, the thing that people come back for. So find that thing that makes you unique. What makes your products special? Did you develop an entire new category that no one has ever thought about before? Do you have a key ingredient that is super awesome, and tell us why? Things like that. And if you wanted like a full video on unique selling perspectives, I'd be happy to do that. Just comment down below and let me know what you guys think. I will gladly give you more once I kind of narrow down and pick what mine is. The fourth step in my marketing plan for Q1 of 2022 is getting an actual social media content plan. Now, right now, I'm just kind of winging it. You know, that old saying, throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing which noodle sticks. That's really where I have been so far. Of course, I have here my YouTube channel, but I also have a TikTok. And then in the past couple of days have posted just 2 or 3 things to an Instagram account. You know, again, just experimenting and seeing what's working for me. I really enjoy TikTok. I both like to watch TikTok and make them, and here on YouTube as well. Instagram is the one I'm least excited about, and honestly contemplating whether or not I'm even going to put forth the dedication that is required to grow on that platform. Right now, I'm just not really sure if that's going to work for me or not, but I need a plan. You know, right now my strategy really consists of filming just about everything that I do in different series of TikToks to share with consumers or potential consumers. Things like behind the scenes or product development or product planning, testing, mixing, ASMR type videos, labeling, you know, things, all of those behind the scenes things. And those are really awesome. I love them and I will always continue to post them, but I really need to add a new content category or like content pillar to those accounts, and I think that will really help it grow. But the pillar that I really want to add in there is more of like an educational piece. So for example, I offer whipped sugar scrubs and emulsified sugar scrubs. So let's talk about the difference between those 2 sugar scrubs and how can you decide which one is best for you and your particular circumstance. Or another great example, what are the benefits of using a product from a small business owner versus a big box store? You know, talk about the different ingredients that are added to big box store soaps compared to mine and why mine might be a better match for that person. So yeah, I need to just add a content pillar that is more engaging and brings people back versus like, watch me make bath salts, you know? I think that that would be an excellent way to level up my marketing for Q1. All right, number 5, and let's see, we have 6 total. We are winding down here on the marketing plan, and that is growing my community. And this may not seem like earth-shattering. I know I always say here that I want us to be a community, and that's totally true, but that's not necessarily what I'm talking about in this type of community. What I'm looking to grow and what's part of my marketing plan is growing a local community. So going to different networking events, finding places that I can be, talking to different shop owners, you know. I live in a small town that is very focused on shopping local and local businesses. You know, my immediate town is very, very local business friendly and local business support strong. Speaking to them about potential opportunities or events or different ways that I can get my business out there. That's kind of more of the community that I'm talking about growing here specifically. And I would highly recommend that if you have a similar situation to me, that you do the same. Personal connections in person go a really, really long way. So I would highly recommend doing that. And perhaps I should have said this at the beginning of my video, but I'm not necessarily ordering these in any sort of order. I'm just kind of sharing them with you as I planned them out, like in my notebook, the same notebook that I always have. And that is to get a big picture goal for the entire year of 2022 and then break it down by quarter so I can see where my focus will be for quarter one. And by that, I mean like my monetary goals, my community goals, you know, all of those different kinds of things. Sometimes you really need to get a good look at the completed puzzle before you break it down into little puzzle pieces. Now, if you are interested in seeing or hearing more about any of these marketing techniques or plans that I have put into place for 2022, definitely let me know down below. I'd love to talk more about a unique selling perspective and different ways that you can find and hone in on yours. All right, guys, I will see you right back here next week at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it.